Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I very welcome my friends and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to Tuesday's edition of the DCEU Daily. I'm incredibly sorry there were no videos yesterday because it was my mum's funeral, but all back to normal from now on. And guess what? Since I've been gone, massive news. Matt Reeves has been busy. He's cast Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, aka Selina Kyle, for his Batman movie, The Batman. I'm also told that that title will change. It will not be called The Batman. So what I love about this casting is that nobody's really complaining. I haven't seen one negative post on Twitter. This is really, really exciting. You could imagine that maybe some people would be complaining that Catwoman was going to be played by a woman of colour, but nobody seems to care, which is awesome. That's exactly the positivity that we want. In all honesty, I've never seen Zoe Kravitz in anything, but I will say this, she looks great. She's tall, she's beautiful, she looks like she could possibly pull off the role, so that's exciting casting, and this, my friends, is only the beginning. So you're going to be getting a lot of casting. We know that Batman's Rogue Gallery is completely going to be involved. What we don't know is if the Joker will play a role in this movie. We already know that Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker has nothing to do with this film unless Todd Phillips is lying. So we shall see what Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers, I'm sure they must be discussing this, if it would be an idea to have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in this movie, because if they did, it would be absolutely nuts. Now, this film's supposed to be set in the 90s. The Joker movie was set in 1981, so there'd be 10 years difference. So the age thing wouldn't be a big deal. And also in the comics, we know that Joker is older than Batman. That's something a lot of people haven't mentioned. They found it odd that Bruce Wayne is only a kid in the Joker movie, but that kind of makes sense. And let's be honest about it. In Tim Burton's Batman film, which wasn't very comic book accurate, by the way, Jack Napier, the Joker from that film, was like a young guy in his 20s when he killed Batman's parents. Now, in the comic book lore, the Joker never kills the parents, and that's the case in the Joker movie as well. I would guess they would be absolutely crazy, not necessarily to have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in here, but not to have a Joker at all. I think you need the Joker. He's very important. We are building a multiverse here. So it makes no sense not to have the Batman version of the Joker. So if it's not going to be Joaquin Phoenix, I think, and if we are having the rest of the Rogues Gallery involved, I think it would be very, very important to have the Joker in this movie. So definitely the Riddler, definitely the Penguin, and so many others from the Rogue Gallery. Is really, really exciting. We shall see who they cast. So many rumours. I know there's a cast list that's been released, an official cast list, but I wouldn't take that as official. In fact, it almost certainly isn't official. So it's going to be very, very interesting who they cast in these roles. But I think that Zoe Kravitz is a very solid addition as Catwoman, aka Selina Kyle. And I'm very, very interested to see who they cast next. Also, critics have been allowed, this is not DCEU or DC Movie relevant, but critics have been allowed to see the first episode of Damon Lindelof's HBO Watchmen TV series. And this is what Jeff Snyder had to say. A really, really exciting response. Saw first episode of Watchmen tonight, and I wish I could have gone home to binge the rest. Regina King makes for a great lead. I can't wait to see more from Jeremy Irons, and I dig the world that Lindelof is building on the back of the original graphic novel. Reznor Ross's score is, and he's kind of got an MOJ of fire. So he's very happy with the whole thing, which is very, very exciting and very, very interesting. I've been excited about this project since I heard Damon Lindelof is doing it. Some people don't like what Damon did in Lost, but some people understand that in The Leftovers, when he was working on his own on that show, he did an extremely really good job. I always kind of thought that Damon would do a great job with Watchmen. It's going to be it's going to be different. It is kind of continuing from the Watchmen comics. It's not that exact era, but I think he's even said the film, Zack Snyder's film, is canon. Again, very, very exciting. So we'll see what they do in this universe. But it's great to see someone like Jeff Snyder really give it both thumbs up, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing it. So basically, be on the lookout for more of the Batman casting. It's now going to happen. It's going to be like a domino effect. They're going to start casting. The main thing is we know who's playing Batman. We know who's playing Bruce Wayne. It's Robert Pattinson. I was excited about that casting from day one. Some people were talking about the Twilight thing. Look, I'm not a fan of Twilight, but I am a fan of what Robert Pattinson has done with his career since Twilight. So I don't think there's any issues. The Joker movie box office is going from strength to strength. It's not far off of 600 million globally now, which is really, really exciting. So what do you think? Are you excited for Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman? I certainly am. And Matt Reeves posted a GIF of her before it was announced. So he got there before all the bloggers, which is also really, really exciting.